Bada bing, bada boom, we are live. Let's see if I can make this work. I'm dealing with trying something different here. I'm not using my phone, I'm using my tablet. We'll see how the chat looks on here, but I don't see chat anywhere on my screen. So we're gonna mute that. Try to get the chat up over here. How is everyone today? Oh, it does work. All right, what's up, Marco? Good to see you, bud. How's everything going? I'm testing out a little. I haven't done a vertical live in a while. I'm trying something different. I usually do it on my phone, but I've actually got it on my tablet right now. Basically, why is there no chat on there at all, though? But it made me turn it this way. I usually do it on my phone, and then I have my tablet this way so I can read the chat off my tablet, but now I'm reading the chat off of my TV screen since I don't see it on here at all. It like popped up and then it disappeared. I'm not sure if I have it sideways. Here we are. We're testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? What's everyone up to? How's it been? What's the good word on the street? Yeah, see, then it comes up again, Marco, and then it disappears. That sucks. So on a vertical on my tablet, it comes up and then it disappears. I wonder if I can change that. Cade collects knives too. What's the most recent addition to your collection? Hi from Scotland. How's it going from Scotland? My most recent in my collection I just found was a knockoff. Boom. You got a World War II German knife? Wow. Very interesting. Where'd you find that? That sounds like something you'd have to be researching and interested in looking for. I just got this. I found out that it is a knockoff. That light is way too bright. That's not the direction you want to go with it there. Kenman. Try down like that. I got it from Grandpa. He was or two. Okay, so it's an actual like family. What's the word? Like a family heirloom, kind of a pass from Grandpa. That's cool. I was going to say, if it wasn't something like that, then you'd have to be researching, try to find it. What do I think about Cobra Tech? I don't have any Cobra Tech. I don't have anything wrong with it. I've handled a few at like a couple of shows. I don't actually own any. Yeah, look at this thing. So this is a knockoff. Someone had brought up, because that's the thing, when you're doing research and just trying to find some silly stuff, I'm on Amazon and I found this wild, huge beast of a knife. You can't just research what this actually was. So it's kind of more, or not, I don't know, rare or whatever, but less common company. Spotted horse cannot be killed. I see, they are junk. Yeah, this is cheap. This is a cheap knockoff. This 3CR13 on the blade. So not of high quality. But I collect a lot of knives. I like expensive, budget, cool, fidgety, gas station-y, kind of. I don't know what you'd call it. Ridiculous. So is it a user? No. Is it silly? it just out of control? Cobra Tech is junk. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go. I have handled a couple, but I don't know much else about it. So you think they're junk, huh? They're just not like the quality or the materials, or what is it? I'm interested. I always like to hear everyone's opinions on things. This is cheap though. I'll give you that. This was all around $20 or whatever. But it's crazy. Is it just me, or is he in and out and blurry? Oh wow. Let me try something. Oh, no. Setting. Reconnecting. Hi, Kathleen. So I'm in and out and blurry. I'm testing out. I'm actually doing this on my tablet rather than on my phone. I wanted to do a little experiment, and that might be a thing. I can't tell. I'm looking at my secondary screen. It looks okay now. But right when you said that, right when you said that, it did look like it was kind of a little bit on the blur side. So I like feedback like that. Let me know. I am kind of testing out a slightly different setup. I have my phone right here. What my ultimate goal is at some point. Dr. Drew Dude, what's up? It was for you as well. Yeah. These are things I am intrigued by. I would like to know. I look blurry. My face looks blurry on this, but it makes me wonder, like, what is my setting as far as quality? My brightness, it looks like I'm a little washed out in lighting. And now my face looks blurry when I stand back here. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll test it for a little while. I had some things I wanted to try though, like I wanted to do a little multi, like behind the scenes, like filming while I'm filming, or while I'm live, I can actually film part. So we're gonna try that in a little bit. I just want to kind of get settled in here for a few minutes, chat for a little while, and then test it out. It's not wonderful. How many can you carry with you at once? It depends. With these pants that I wear, it has all these extra pockets. I know it's black, you can't quite see very well, but I have my main pocket, then I have this secondary pocket, and then the secondary pocket, that's where I've got knife. Seems good right now. It's just all pixels like a PS1. Yikes. Let me know if it does that again. This is my Kaiser Militar 154 CM G10 Micarudi wood on this brand, this model. They have a lot of different models of that. It's the one I'm carrying today. But with these pants, these are the TD McQuaid tactical pants. I've got a pocket here and then a secondary here. I could get a couple of knives in there. I get another one in this pocket here. Then when you go to the back, you can see my pen right here. You got a zebra, stainless zebra. Nice, good pen for lefties. But there's this pocket, and then there's also the back pocket. So you can see this little pocket there. I could put a couple knives in there, get one in the back pocket, go around to the other side, the other cheek, got the same thing, the secondary pocket, and then the main back pocket. But then over here, I also have main pocket, secondary pocket, and fifth pocket. Then if you start adding things to belts, neck knives, I mean, we could cancel out the neck knives and the belts, and I could still get, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 or so comfortably without them bumping into each other. We're talking each into its individual kind of section. Shalom. What's up, Jeff? How's it going? Clint, what's going on? See that it goes out. I carry as many as I want till my pants fall down. Basically, as many as you can without your pants falling off. You get yourself a good belt. Nice sturdy belt, help hold them up. I like pants that fit a little loose, that I could technically kind of pull off if I didn't have a belt on, and then the belt kind of helps it cinch up and sit. I mean, it's not like I'm having it where it's like cracks hanging out. Crack doesn't start down to there. I just like them to sit on my hips. I don't like them riding way up to here over the top of the hips. Less comfort. Sorry, trying to read chat. This isn't the one thing I don't like about this setup I'm doing right now is the way my chat works. I've got it up on my screen over here, but it's so small I can barely read it. And then on here, because I'm sideways, it wouldn't let me have my tablet be this way and still do a vertical with the chat on the side. It was like, you need to put your glasses on. Well, 42, as much sense as that would make, these aren't glasses, they're cheaters. And so if I put these on and I look over there, it's all blurry. The only thing these are good for is if I'm like this, right here, like this. I can read that over there. I can't see what that Vixithin. So these glasses, do I eat beans? Beans, the magical fruits. Oh, we're getting all fun in here, you guys. You guys want to talk about knives? We just want to talk about non-knives. This is the Kaiser Mini Momo. Very happy with that. Trolls, says Kathleen. Trolls. Agreed. Boom. Loving the Mini Momo, though. Very nice knife. This is the Christmas version. I need to make some new scales for that. Not a huge fan of the Christmas style. Although I do like that it's limited and it's S35VN on the blade and a titanium on the bolster. So that is cool. I'm down with that. The thing is, when you go in the pocket, this textured G10 is rough. And so it can beat up your pocket pretty good. I'm not a fan of that. Like Bowie knives, I got one. This is an actual Crown Stag handle, brass, Rough Rider. Not an expensive knife, but it is cool. What's up, Jay Crispy? How's it going? Yeah, Dr. Drew, the Mini Momo is sweet, and now I got 3 Momos in here. I went and picked up the new full-size 14C28N and micarta aluminum bolster, and barely had that for a couple days and went on my fishing trip, and then my buddy was like, oh dude, I picked you up a Momo, and I'm like, why thank you, now I have 3. Customization station though comes into effect. So this is the original Momo 154 cm in aluminum. If you remember, I have a setting for laser marking in aluminum that is very white. What's up, True Alpha Noob? My son loves knives. I'm more of a do I make them? I don't make knives. I would love to get into making knives one day, whether it be designing or actually fabricating from pounding out a chunk of steel. I want to take a class on something like that. What are metal seeds? I'm interested. What's up, Justin? Yeah, Matt P says that too. What are metal seeds? Coke or Pepsi? Ooh. All right. Here's my take on the Coke Pepsi challenge. All right. This is a very controversial topic, but we're going to just go. I'll just let it all out there. Oh, is that what that means, JC Penney's? It's a pew-pew kind of a thing. Thank you for subscribing, Gawkler. So, Pepsi Coke. Here's my take on the Pepsi Coke challenge. All right, I like both, but here's my thoughts. Obviously, if I go to McDonald's, get myself a Big Mac or something like that, you're gonna get a Coke because it comes with a Coke. That's just kind of what you do. What's going on, Fred the Lug? I am a Diet Whale Cherry Pepsi fiend. Cherry Pepsi's good. Okay, so if I'm making a mixed drink, like a Jack and Coke, something like that, that used to be kind of one of my jams back in the day when I would get mixed drinks. I would have like a Jack and Coke or something like that. And in that case, Coke. Must be Coke. Pepsi will make the exact same drink taste a little bit watered down. Personal opinion. Doesn't mean that's how you feel about it. But for me, if I was making a Jack and Coke, I wouldn't do a Jack and Pepsi. Well, I would. I mean, you could still go with it. But I would prefer the actual Coke. Jack and Coke. Only predators like Pepsi. If I was just drinking just out of the can on its own, I think Pepsi does taste better. But I am not really a cola drinker that much. The only times I don't really do many mixed drinks anymore. If anything, I'll just have a beer or something like that. But a Jack and Coke does actually sound kind of nice. On its own, though, kind of Pepsi when they don't have Coke, I'll have a Pepsi, sure. But I think just Pepsi on its own has a little bit better taste, not mixing anything with it. When's the last time I physically purchased either of those? Don't even remember. Don't even know. Pepsi on its own, Coke over ice. Right on, Lucas. What's up, Gabe? I like Sprite and Captain Morgan. Spice rum mixed right. It looks like a cream soda. Tastes like a cream soda. Yeah. The old Captain Morgan, that started getting too sweet on me. And if it's a good bourbon, I would drink it neat. Over the trip, we had some whiskeys, and we were just drinking it straight. Side note, everyone hanging out here, give my guy a like. Start sharing the love. Thank you, True Alpha. What's up, Brown Sugar 69 in the house. Brand new American. When they only have Pepsi and not Coke, I choose water. And that's fine, Kathleen. I was definitely more of the Mountain Dew, the yellow beverage. RC Crown, Double Crown. What? The old Double Crown Cola. Crown and Crown. I mean, you could Brand New American. You could try. It would be bubbly and tingle. What's the knife on the second shelf? 8 from the left, second row. That sounds like a troll move. Okay, Mr. Eddie. How's it going, bud? I haven't talked to you in a while. So, second shelf, 8 from the left, second row. Second shelf, 8 from the left. Concept BTF. Is that the one? Concept BTF. This is a S35 VN Tonto blade with a thumb disc. The 88th one. What's up, Grind? How's it going? At one point, I started mixing Everclear with Everclear chased by Everclear. Whew. I've tried that. It's... Ooh. Brian, you made it. What'd you miss? Nothing so far. Cub Scouts. Right on, Mr. Eddie. Have a good one. Go work on that totem chip. Just hit 500 last night. Right on, Bando Picks. If you're interested, go check out Bando Picks. Just hit 500. Yeah, I just carried this one the other day. the BTF. I forgot this was S35VN. And then that kind of bamboo shaped G10. Really nice feel. This knife is great. I like it. I'm left-handed. Are we good? Wait a minute. Twins. It's straight. No way. All right. So I changed it up. I'm streaming from my tablet right now. And apparently the back-facing screen on my tablet is actually forward-facing. I'll be dipped. That's fantastic. No, Frank. But there's definitely a lot of knives. Back camera. Well, it's not the back camera. This is like the, I can see the screen. So this is the front. This is like the back, like my tablet is right here. I'm reading my tablet right here. So my back is that way. And then this is my selfie camera or whatever. That when I do it like this on my phone, it is definitely reversed. You sent your number one hater a knife? That's fantastic. That's the way to go. Like, oh, you're a hater? Got something for you. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Yeah, Matt, it's the screen side is facing me. I can see the screen. When I do it with my phone like this, it is reversed and you can't unreverse it, and it drove me nuts. I got some more, God, it doesn't look in focus though. Is that in focus for you guys? For me, this screen looks fuzzy. It's like they're giving me 720 on purpose, but I can't, what is this? No. They're not letting me do anything. You did not send me a knife. Should I send Burnt Relic a knife? Bando Picks, Brown Sugar, got my shipping out today. Stickers and poker chips. You ordered poker chips, huh? I was looking into getting some poker chips. Where did you get the poker chips from? We ain't found right, Burnt Relic? Dude, tell me that's not sick though, if it's in focus for you. Hopefully. That lighting might be just too bright. My lighting looks better when I use my phone in this situation. You guys see the new Vero clip that I got from Lanyard Man? Look at the profile on that clip. You got a Ripley on the way? Nice. So here's the difference between the Ulti clip and Vero's titanium clip. Pretty slim profile. I'm happy with it. When you go in the pocket, get it over the top of the rim. Boom. It's in there. I like it. It does have a little bit of play, but it holds it in there nice. This is the Kubi Quaken. Easy out. Are you a knife collector? Yes, sir, Alexandra. I love knives. I have over 250 approximately. Always looking for more. Always doing some fun stuff. Looking at some customs. Just got a new clip that I've been testing out for fixed blades. This is the Vero titanium clip. So I added that onto there. You can see that from the profile. It's got a nice, clean, thin, slim profile for a titanium clip that'll fit on any fixed blade. I've been using the Alti clips. I really like them as well. They are very solid. It's got this snap. Basically, you lift that snap up, and now you can see that clip right there. So you put that clip down in your pocket and then snap that closed, and that really locks that thing in. It's not going anywhere. This one doesn't need a sheath because it just hangs out right next to the toilet just in case we need to make a cut. You know what I'm saying? Not a collector. I'm a professional knife storage manager. I'm in professional knife storage management. I'm working on some new management as well. I don't know if these are going to be the way to go, but I'm printing up a few more. I'm having my buddy Dan print up a couple of these. I printed this one up. Little knife rack. So I thought about the way I've got this going, maybe changing this up, but then the way this would work is I get several of these. I can put this right there like so. Is that upside down? More like that, actually. And then you can go in here and go bada bing, bada boom, pow, right? Isn't that kind of fun? It's kind of far away for you guys here. You can see it's just a nice little stand. So I'm going to try to either incorporate these, you'll be able to see them a little bit better. Rather than being flat across that back row, they'll be up like this. And then if I change my lighting a little bit, maybe if I... Isn't there a fade? Right? And it'll fill this out, so then it'll definitely look like it's more full than just being flat. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? Whoa. Full on. Fully full on. What's everyone got planned for the week? Got some new knives you're picking up? I am in the market for something new. This was my most new. This ridiculous cleaver that's got a blade so large that it doesn't even fit. If you love your fans, you would send me your least favorite knife. Well, Tyler, I do love my fans. So much that when I hit 7K, I hit 7,000 subscribers, I gave away 7 knives and some other miscellaneous things. So to give away 7 knives, a couple of them were donated, but I mean, that's several $100s. That's just those 7 knives was probably $70 just in shipping. So I definitely give to the fans. I definitely give to the community. Tyler, if you hang out, there will be giveaways. I don't just do giveaways every day that I go on and someone asks for one because I am not a rich person. I do have quite a few knives, but it even given away with what I give away, they get expensive. Any tips on using a whetstone? Keep your angle. It's all about being consistent with your angle. Whether you get on there and actually put your finger down to hold that angle consistently would be a good tip for practicing when you start. Get in there and actually use your hand as a guide. So when you're on that stone, you can get that finger like, okay, there's your 15 degrees or 18 or 20, whatever you do. Get it down there and then physically put your finger so it's touching the stone. So then when you go across, you're actually kind of rubbing and keeping it flat. I need to start selling those stands. I mean, I just printed it off of someone's design on Thingiverse, and I'm not going to sell someone else's design. I could maybe make a different design. I would change this one. Let me kind of show you what we're looking at here. This one is nice, but the person designs both sides to be different. It's a plug-in, you know, you can really just pull these apart. It's all pressure fit, so you can print all the sections flat and then just pop them together, which is pretty cool. Very simple setup. But you can see one side is set up for like holding the clip. So like if you see, here's the clip. So it sits on here so that the clip can actually go inside that notch on the one side, and then there's no notch on the other. So if I put it this way, it's going to sit funny and wants to fall off because the clip sticks out. So you have to put them all this way, which isn't a bad deal. But the thing is if I now have a knife that doesn't have a righty clip or a lefty clip option, I can't swap this one to the other side. Now that knife wants to sit this way, right? So then you'd want to put it upside down, which you can't really do. And so basically the way this design is you can put this, the side with the clip on the left or the right, but every one of them that you put on there, you basically want all lefty clips or all righty clips. Or I was thinking you could print just two of this side and don't print that side, and then it just has the gap for the clip on both sides, and then you could set it either direction, which might help out. I don't know. Ultimately, maybe I'll just take this and put it on my jigsaw and cut out several pieces of wood like that, stick them in here, and then run some horizontal slats and just make one big long shelf rather than printing it out. These are thoughts. These are ideas in my brain. Do you recommend a knife manufacturer or origin country, like Japanese knives or something else? Alexandra, there are many from many. What I can recommend right off the top of my head is Kaiser. I really like what Kaiser is doing. They're a Chinese company. They're filled with a bunch of awesome people that do a really good job, have a very good customer service. They have great designs, and their craftsmanship is solid. I buy a knife from a company that I don't know about, and I test it out. And if it feels good, I like it, then I will give that company more of my business. I have over 30 Kaiser knives. So many so that once I got into 20 or plus, Kaiser actually contacted me like, wow, you like our knives? And then they started kind of working with me. They've sent me a few, which is cool. But I'm not going to allow that to affect my thoughts on it. I still think they make great knives. This is one of their newer Milita versions. I love this knife. Was carrying it today. Fantastic stuff. Kaiser Hawk. This thing is great. M390 blade with a DLC coating. Just slam drop shut. You got to get your thumb out of the way because it's just flying down. It's got that new Snap Echo technology. So instead of a ball, like a like a detent ball, it's actually a detent post. And so instead of a ball that pops in, it's like a post that goes to-toom, to-toom. And so you can hear it, gives it a little bit more tactical, kind of a snappy sound. Been thinking of making some wood stands. Send me your drawings and stuff if you do. I'm interested, or photos of the finished thing or finished shelf. I definitely want to rearrange mine because it's pretty much full. I'm kind of to capacity, so I want to kind of change it out or add to it, or maybe I need to buy a new shelf. I'm not really sure how that's going to go quite yet. I recommend Spyderco personally. For sure, Spyderco is a good company. Kershaw makes a lot of good knives. I would agree with that. Kershaw does have some nice stuff. Depends on what you want to spend. Kubi. Kubi's another one from China. They make a lot of cool stuff. I was carrying the Kubi Ruckus. Was that yesterday or the day before? This is a fun one. Just a cool design. Copper bolster on there. Kubi Phemius. is one of my favorites. This is just a fun feeling. Look at this. Boom. Boom. Gonna have to do some prototypes out of some shit. Well, yeah, you got to make the design cheap and test it, and then if it's nice, then you can upgrade, buy a couple of nicer pieces of wood, get to it. Kubi Phemius, but look at that action. Boom. Fantastic stuff. One of my favorites is another Kubi. It's over here on my other table. This is the Kubi Titius. This knife is awesome. Got this one in Ultim. Decapitating Smurfs and tasty critters. The Rough Rider Lockback Cleaver Ram's Horn. That'll get through a few Smurfs, no problem at all. Though, tell you what. Have plenty of shop space down the road, need to be using it. Why wouldn't you, brand new American? Because you get busy. I know how life gets. I know how life gets. Kershaw makes some of my favorite EDC knives for under 50 bucks, says Vincent. What price range do you prefer to stay in with knives? I think the sweet spot... I have some $200 knives that I love that are great. I think the sweet spot can be that $50 to $100 range, that even $60 to $80 spot. You got your Titius. Titius can be cheaper, but I think this version runs for about 50, 60 bucks. Timothy Love. 3 young kids, too many hobbies. Yeah, that keeps you super busy. The kids, I'm sure. But that $50 to $100 range, you got your Kubi Titius. We got that Concept BTF that I showed you before, S35 VN, and the nice looking blade. This thing is just clean. We got that Kaiser Milita, another one in that $60, $70 range. Kaiser Towser K. I have 4 Towser Ks. I love the knife. They're all around 50 to 100 bucks. The mini Towser K with the frag titanium 154 cm. This one's like 110, I think. This is my current favorite knife. I get a dumb question. If I had to throw a folding knife, I'd throw a cheap one. If I had to throw a knife, you throw a knife, you know, you throw a beast. Or I would throw like something like this. But if I had to throw a folding knife, I would probably get a cheapo, my new Grail gas station knife. Chuck this one. Because then you don't have to be too worried about it once it hits something and breaks or whatever. Because generally any folding knife is not going to be very good for throwing. Might be a one-time throw. So there's that. Been working on a lot of customs. So then my customs, I do the shipwreck like that one. I do titanium anodizing like the microjet. This was all silver, and I did a two-tone with the bronze and the light blue. Microjet is probably one of my favorite knives to come out from last year. This one's titanium 154 cm. This is from Tempest Knives, the Microjet KC on the Knives Fast channel, designed Kubi OEM. This knife is fantastic. I do fade dies, regular dies. Have a great stream. Thank you. So this was Jade. I did the fade die from the yellow to red on the Mini Helix by Concept. Yeah, Kathleen, Microjet is a win. Vision FG, another one of my tops. This is one of my first die projects. Did this red, this was white. Fun stuff. Other die, I like doing weathering, so I did the weather on the Sencut Naches with the kind of a brown blue combo worn in. Then I also did the acid etch on the blade. So gave it a nice darker stone wash kind of a look. Speaking of acid etches on the blade, I started doing some more like this, where I do that false Hamon pattern on there. I think that turns out really cool. Just looks neat. Boom. What was the other one that I just did that to recently? Am I forgetting already? You got too many knives laying around there, Kenman. And I can't find them all. Another awesome one for under $100. This is the Kaiser Veratus. Great front flipper. I almost want to say the Veratus is a better action than the Milita. It feels good. Great choke up, great user. You can swap the clip to the other side, which you can't do on the Milita. And they both have that similar flick out. Please explain the anodization process. I can get you a little piece as well. The way anodizing titanium works is you can actually watch some videos of it live on my channel. If you go to the actual channel, go into videos and type anodizing, and there will be some full-length videos, some shorts, where you can watch it happen in real time. Some of them is 10 seconds. It goes from one color, flips through the color spectrum to your final spectrum. So what you do is you have a container with conductive fluid, basically it's water, in a container. You have a power source. Our power sources that I use from work, they're industrial. They have different settings. You can have the voltage come up slow. You can have it go straight to it. You can have it ramp up quick. But you can set your voltage. And then you have one of the wires, like the negative wire, goes to a plate that's sitting in the liquid. And then the other one is on a tweezers. And then the tweezers, you grab the part that you're going to anodize, and you put that down in the liquid. Then you turn on the machine. The voltage goes through that, and then it ramps up to that desired setting. The setting is going to give you the color you achieve. So if you look on here, what I did on this one is I took it slowly out of the liquid as it was going. So when you're at a lower spectrum, you start taking it out, that section stops changing. It's going up the spectrum, you take it out, and that section stops changing. But everything underneath will continue to change until you get to the top of the spectrum. So if you look at this, you got your bronze at the bottom, then there's some silver blues and some lighter blues, some golds, some magentas, some darker blues, and then green. And so if you say, okay, I want that magenta, you set your voltage on your machine to have it ramp up to that voltage. You take this, you've got your one connection in the liquid, you got your other connection on the tweezers, you put this under the liquid, and then you hit the button on the machine, it starts ramping up the voltage. As it's ramping up, you see it go through the colors. When it gets to the desired one, it stops. You look at it, you like where you're at, you take it out, and then you have a anodized piece. So I took this apart and I separately anodized the backspacer and the pivot and the screws. So I got them on the bronze, and then I did the scale in the blue. What you can also do, if I've got a knife somewhere, here it is. This one's put aside for someone for like a giveaway or something. I've already given a few of these away. But this one's anodized 2 different colors. Sorry, it's in the bag. Keep it all pretty. But you see how it's magenta and gold. So I did the whole thing in magenta and then sanded the top and then did the whole thing again in gold. And the reason the magenta didn't change is because magenta is down here and gold is up here. So if it takes this voltage to get magenta, and then you sand off a section, and then you start bringing up the voltage again, if you never get to that same voltage, everything from there and above will not change, but everything you sanded will. So once it gets to that gold that you want, then you take it out, and then you're ended up with a 2-tone. So as long as the first voltage you do is the higher of the 2 colors, you can get a multi-tone. You can also do that and then do like a laser removal, which I've done, where then you do a laser mark, and instead of just doing a mark where you're like making a black mark on the titanium, I have a setting that does a removal. So then you would anodize the whole thing blue, do a removal of the pattern that you want, and that would remove it so that it's back to titanium. Then you could anodize it again in that secondary color, and then only the section that you did the laser removal would be that color. So then you can get a two-tone color just from the anodize. Very fun stuff. More of it to come in the future. I don't always have full access to the machines, and so it takes me a little bit longer to get to it because I get to use it at work. But it is fun. And I do sell them, Patty. I don't make some specifically to sell, but I make customs, and then people say, hey, I like that custom, can I buy it? And then I sell it. So if I make one like this Sencut and HAs, where I did the acid etch and the dye, then that's done. Someone messages me and says, ooh, is that Sencut for sale? And then I can let them know whether it is or not. Same thing with like all of the shipwrecks that I do. Once I'm done with the shipwrecks, generally someone hits me up and wants to pick it up. And so I don't have necessarily a storefront, but I'm always doing customs. And if you see one that you like when I do it, you message me and make your inquiry, and I can let you know if I'm selling it. Jared Leto. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. He's a cool looking dude. Please answer this question. What is the name of the switchblade that the blade shoots straight out of the handle, not flips open? That would be, the general name for that is an OTF, or an out the front, like what Donnie just said there. So that would mean you'd have something like this, little USB stick and a little switch on it, but when you hit that switch, boom, it pops straight out the front. So there's a little slot right there. The blade comes out of that slot and then goes back in. So that's called an OTF, or out the front auto. That's kind of fun stuff. Versus a side auto would be like this right here, where then I hit this button and it fires out from the side like that. Boom. So that's like an out the side auto. What type of knife are you most afraid of using? Probably the weird ones like this, where this is the one where I don't just hand this to someone, because if I do, they're going to cut themselves with it because it's weird. Boom. Look at that. You're like, wait, how did that work? Boom. So something like this is scary because it actually comes out of that handle. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's gnarly. But it's a fun little cool one for the collection. So it'd be something like that. But I guess in reality, what I'm truly more, I don't know, paranoid or whatever about would be the smaller crossbar style locks. So this is a larger crossbar style lock. What's up, Leafy? So you grab this side and you pull it down. This is the Benchmade tagged out, and you can open and close it, click it out. But you just grab those two on the side, pull, and then the blade drops. What I'm kind of afraid of is the smaller versions. And the reason being is because I've cut myself with them. This one right here, this knife is awesome. This is the Concept Mini Main Street. Very cool little fidgety, fun looking knife, right? That Ultim, super cool, but it's a crossbar style. So I have big hands. So my big hand with this crossbar, I have to kind of go like that and then squeeze. And when I squeeze, if I'm not careful, that blade can catch my palm. And so these kind of make me paranoid to play around with, because if I just want to go and swing it shut, I have to be really cautious, because I can't just willy-nilly swing that shut the way I can with a larger knife. You know, when you've got a bigger, more full size, here's the Lander 2, I can swing this freely without ever having to think about it. and just know that's going to fly in and out. And the thing is if I did that quick and shut it with this small one, I've already cut my palm more than once with a knife like that. Do I have any older style knives that I want to sell? A lot of my older knives, I have two styles of older knives. I have some older knives that are complete junk. Like down in this pile here, let me try to find something. Like this absolute gross junk knives that are, they're nothing I'd really want to sell or give away because they're not very quality. Someone could end up hurting themselves with it. Older knives, the other types of older knives that I have would be like stuff from my collection that I don't ever want to get rid of. Like this one is one of the oldest knives in my collection. This little fixed blade dagger. I got this at a carnival many years ago when I was a kid, so I could never get rid of this because I love it. So most of my knives either fall into the category I've had them forever and I just could never get rid of them, or I've had them forever and they're junk and I wouldn't really want anyone else to use it because they could hurt themselves on it or it could break and it's just not quality. What about the little yellow one on the front towards the camera on the left side? This one right here. This is a lander. This is the original lander. I 3D printed those scales. This is a nice knife. These are available. You can pick one of these up. What's cool is you can print different scales for them. You guys gonna hit that like or what? It says brand new. But this is a nice little daily little user, just a fun, smaller knife. The handle would generally come blue. This is the bigger, the Lander 1, Lander 2. But I printed the handle myself. So I took the blue one off, made that fun one with that kind of checkerboard pattern on there you can barely see. What's up from Stony Creek, Ontario? Well, yeah, the Lander is a nice little knife. Speaking of, I've got a bunch of smaller ones over here that I want to do some tests with. I've still got these gravity knives from Riot. Well, Hattie, I mean, I could sell you that, but the thing is if I sold you my Lander, I would go buy another one right now. And so the thing is it's pretty much a new knife with a custom handle that I made and put on there. I mean, I could sell it to you, but you could just go buy a brand new one for this. I mean, message me, Patty, if you want to talk about stuff. Message me on my Instagram. It's KDK in 4K. Give me a second. I can put that in chat. If you go to Instagram and go to KDK in 4K, like I typed right there, you can send me a message. We can talk. Fair enough? Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, what other knives have we not looked at on this table quick? I want to get them out of the way. Boom. Dueling Momos. Boosh. Tell me that's not fun. Do I have any whittling patterns? Is that exactly what I think it is? I do some whittling. I don't have any patterns. Boosh. Momos. I will be doing a cool laser mark on here with the white setting, which should look great. Here's another white setting laser mark. This is the Concept Accipiter. Put some wings on there, some feathers. What's going on, Remden? We're just hanging out talking about knives. I'm going to film a little video in a minute here, just kind of showing off a few that I've got on the table. My new Momo collection. I got 3 Momos. Well, 2 Momos and a mini Momo. Momo. Great knife. Beast of a knife. Even the smaller one is pretty much a full-size user. Woodland pattern knives. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. I do have a CNC machine. I'm going to start making some scales pretty soon. I'll make some out of wood. I just haven't had a chance to get to it yet. What's up, Dylan? Stopping in real quick. Good to see you, Dylan. Mr. Mallory himself. Boom. Oosh. The big giant one? The Rough Rider Bowie knife? Sweet Bowie knife. Everyone's got to have a stainless core poop knife in their collection, right? Because why wouldn't you? If you look at my first knife review video, it is of the poop knife. It was fun. I did pick up this trainer. This is from Squid Industries. This is the Squid Industries Mako V5. It's got the bottle opener on the top. It is not a sharpened actual blade. This is a trainer because I need to train because I am new. What I am learning. Oh. Oh. Boom. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. I want to learn more. I just have to practice. All right. Good hanging out, Patty. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing. What does that say? Lost? It's super fun. I need to practice. I need to watch some videos and pick up some tips and tricks. I need some tips and tricks. Been looking into a lot of case knives lately. I got this one for Christmas. This is the case Muskrat. The Muskrat has 2 identical blades for this kind of action. Right? But I'm definitely getting more into, I'm a collector, so I like all types. The slip joints, the lockbacks, the old school looking designs, the new take on the old school design. This is a Rough Rider Winter Bone with the lockback, and it's got a half stop, right? Where do you pick up one of those trainers? I got that from Squid Industries. If you look it up, Squid, S-Q-U-I-D, Squid Industries, and they make balisong, butterfly knife. They make trainers and regular blades as well. They are one of the top companies out there. I haven't really done much with many of the companies, but dealing with them so far, very helpful. They helped me kind of figure out I wanted to get one that I could get and use and then not outgrow right away, because some of them you can get a cheap one, but then after you start learning some skills, you kind of outgrow the quality of it and you need to get a better one. I wanted to get one that I could kind of advance and not have to worry about picking up a new one right away. And they got back to me, recommended that Mako. It's by no means, they're more expensive. I mean, the Mako is around $100, so it's not cheap. But they have some that are $200-300 and more. And so he wasn't just recommending the most expensive one. But yeah, Patty, it's called Squid Industries. Go to that website. Mine, the one I got is the Mako. All right, get some of these out of my way. Did I show off the Titanium arcade yet? Been enjoying my arcade. Haven't had this one for very long. It's got the shark lock, like the Demco. Very cool stuff. All right, almost there. Almost there. We're kind of cleaning off. We're gonna do a little fun here. Whoops. Boom. I really do like the mini Main Street. It is great. It's just I have this struggle with when I close it. I have cut myself. What are these toothpicks? Toothpicks? They're all different types of fancy toothpicks. How do you like picking your teeth? One of these? This is my newest gas station grail. I mean, look at that hunting scene. Pheasants in a lab with a gold blade. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as this. Look at that. The blade, look at how much of the blade actually goes into the handle. Only this little section right here. The rest of the blade does not even get into the handle. That is silliness. Absolute silliness. All right, we're almost there. This is one I'm going to be customizing soon. This is a Kaiser Original XL. I got this from Jimmy Crow. Those of you know Jimmy Crow, he's a great guy. Does some cool custom stuff. But I'm doing a custom for him. He hooked me up with this Original XL, the Micarta 154. I'm going to do a customization to it. Probably acid etch the blade and dye the handle. What color should we try to do the handle for that one? Let me know. Give me the design or the thoughts. Do you know much about UK night? No, I don't. Because I don't live there, it's even hard just in the States alone. Like I'm in Minnesota, but my laws in Minnesota are different than what they are in Iowa or what they are in Texas or what they are in Utah or whatever. And so it's tough enough just to even know my own state, let alone this country, let alone a country that I've never been to. Not that I wouldn't like to go to the UK. I would. Just never have been. So as far as the knowledge on what the laws are there, I'm novice. I don't know. I wish I did. If anyone does in the comments, go ahead and throw your 2 cents in. All right, so these are the customs I've done recently. Here's another one of those laser marks. That is a white laser mark on a silver aluminum. Looks like an agave plant on the CJRB agave. Did this one a little while ago. Pretty happy with it though, it's fun. All right, get the rest of these out of my way. And we can work on this a little bit. Maybe so. Maybe not. Boom. Microjet. Pow. Oh, Microjet is just a fantastic knife. Absolutely great. I love it. Okay, almost cleared off here. These are the knives for the not so mini knife shootout. I started doing a mini knife shootout, and then what happened is I ended up with about 30 different models to go through. And the problem is some of them are not so mini. But the reality is this is the Kaiser Mini Momo. So this is in the title to be a mini. Although the regular knife is big, and so the mini is also big. So what I did is I ended up taking these 14 knives. What's up, None for Now? I took these 14 knives out of the mini knife shootout and moved them into the not so mini knife shootout. So these are all minis. I mean, this is a mini sheepdog. Thank you for subscribing, Jay. Everyone needs their own YouTube channel and you support me? Thank you. Show us my fave. So yeah, mini sheepdog, mini Militaw. So these are considered minis. Slip joints are your best bet. I personally have a non-locking knife. Comes with a stop pin. Artisan Cutlery, Archeo NL. I recommend checking that out. Dylan knows what he's talking about. Or Mallory, for those of you who don't know. Mr. Mallory, if you're nasty. Looking for EDC, but more of a gentleman's. Any opinion? This is a new one. The Kaiser Shot. Definitely kind of a gentleman's knife. Whoops. Got that bronzy gold looking aluminum. Closes up nice and clean. Right? Does have a front flipper. And you can use your index finger or your middle finger to flick it out. And it's small. You can put that in your dress pants and it's not going to take up too much space or pull down on your pocket too hard. Definitely a kind of a nice looking gentleman's style. The mini Militaw. Boom. The Cricket CEO. That's right here. Boom. That's a gentleman's knife. Definitely a thin, smaller knife. The thing I don't like about the CEO is I've been carrying this in a bag, hardly ever use it, and it wore off. This paint chips off really easy, the finish on that. Where do I get which one? Let me know which one you're asking about. I get them all from different places. The Leak is slim and looks kind of gentleman-like, sure. I have a Chive over there. It's definitely a smaller one. Looking for those slip joints. Like Mallory said, this one is this is the Rough Rider Apta. That's a slip joint Warncliffe with a micarta handle. Really nice feel. Get in there and make some nice cuts with that pointy tip. Nice sharp blade. Nice half stop on there. That's a fun knife, right? Okay, so Real Steel has some nice non-locking knives. What's the second one from the top left on here? This one. Probably that one. Sodbuster is a good one. I do have a Sodbuster, Chris. Okay, so not this one. This one. Well, this one is the Kaiser Mini Roach. Good stuff. This one does have a flipper tab that you can remove or put back on. So that's the Roach. And if you met this one, this is the Mini October. Kaiser Mini October. This one has the micarta. Ah, come on, flick. I can do this. There is no fuller for flicking, but come on. Damn it. This is a Mini October. Micarta handle with the frag pattern on it. Basically, it's a flipper tab only. Thanks, I'm subbing. I appreciate that. I carry a Cobalt box cutter for your everyday. I like how you can buy blades without having to sharpen them, right? I do have one of those. It's not actually mine. Where did I put that? Oh my God. Got it. You want a fidgety fun one that you can change out. This is the Riot XOU. Boom. So you got your utility blade on there and a gravity knife. Tell me that's not fun. And then you can lock it shut, or you can open it up and then lock it open. How many do you have, Jesus? What kind of steel is the Milita? There are many different types. This mini Milita is Nitro V, but they also have it in 154 CM, S35 VN, S45, D2. They make it in several versions. My full-size Milita I have is 154 CM. How many knives do I have in my collection is about 250, 260. The ones in the back. And there's a shelf down there and another shelf down there. And then if you look on the table over there, I got 50 over there. I got another 30 over there. I got 20 some. Yeah, they're all over the place right now. But if you're cutting wires, stuff like that would work. This is something that would be great because you can change out that blade. How long have I been collecting? I've been collecting serious for a few years, but I have knives that I got in the 80s. Ooh. I've had this one so long that I won this as a child at a carnival over the 4th of July. I gave them money, I popped the dart with a balloon, and I walked away with an actual knife. You can't even win a knife at a carnival anymore, let alone even buy one. So that dates me a little bit. Gotta run, gonna have to look now. Thanks for your help. Right on. Thank you. Do I have a video on my top 10 or 5? I do. I do. You would just have to go onto the channel and search it. Missing the 80s and 90s, none for now. Me too. Me too. You don't trust me with a knife? You should. What's up, Full Throttle? Cheers. Cheers. I carry... Oh, no, I read that one already. Sorry, I'm reading. Concept does have some nice stuff, for sure. Okay, so I'm going to film part of a video right now, and you get to be involved. Does that make sense? You get to be involved in said video. So what's going to happen is when I start filming, send me a Discord message. Get back to me. Right on, Fred. I will check that out. I got to get my phone set up here. Yeah, oh, I got a message. Sorry. Just give me a moment. Cool. Cool, Fred. I'll remember to reply to that in a little bit, Fred. That sounds great. I'm in. Okay, so I have a video I've been working on. Like I said, I've been doing the mini knife shootout, and I had to do a side step of the not so mini knife shootout. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to film a segment for that now in front of you guys, so you get to be kind of a fly on the wall while we do it. Mallory, I had someone at a show a couple of years ago ask, are you old enough to handle all these? Dylan does look young. Dylan probably is young. You young kid, you young buck, you. That's always good though. You want to look younger. I keep my hair growing out. I'm getting some gray right here, but I don't get any gray on the top, and I can still farm it out, and it's not receding. So live it, you know, enjoy it, soak it in while you can. God, I wish I could make the chat not disappear on this screen. But it pops up, and there it is. How do I make it not go away? What zombie tech knife is my favorite? Something like that. Yeah. I mean, that one's all right. But let's see. Oh, here. This one. This one. Definitely this one. Receding and graying. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, you can't stop it. You can fight it, I guess. But you just got to accept it and just grow old gracefully, right? That's all we can really do. I mean, I'm wearing cheaters. Cheaters. My eyes are going, and I have to use cheaters. I mean, tell me about it, right? Would you recommend a Spyderco Manix 2? Yes. Spyderco, the Manix 2, the Manix XL, I would definitely recommend the Yojimbo or the Yojumbo. Also very cool Spyderco. Spyderco's got a lot of stuff. That new one with the Rex 123, 4 with the really, really good steel or good, really, really HRC content steel. I just ordered my first Microtech zombie knife. Nice. See, now the zombies, I have a short of one of those. My buddy has one. And he loaned that to me. So I got to mess around with one of those, the apocalyptic zombie paint or coating on it. I don't know anything about the Spyderco bird. Anyone in chat knows about the Spyderco bird can chime in. Much appreciated. PM2, paramilitary 2 or 3, also great for sure. You're still a young whippersnapper, bro. Thanks. The Manix 2 lightweight is a perfect knife. I really think the Manix XL, but I also like Beasts. They make zombie tech katanas. I don't know. Thought about the bird. It's cheaper, probably 8CR13. Oh, it's a cheaper version. I mean, if it's a budget, you could try it. You know, then it's not as much of an investment. Okay, so I already filmed the intro. It is 8CR13. Thank you, Forrest. I already filmed the intro. So basically what we're doing is we're going to be part of the edit. And so it's like, it's the intro, and it's like, all right, now we're taking these not so many mini knives. The Smith & Wesson ones are kind of trash. I would agree with that. They're definitely cheaper. I don't think I've ever messed around with any Smith & Wesson's OTFs, but most of the Smith & Wesson knives are definitely budget, which means the quality of the materials is generally lower, the quality of the make. Screws could come loose. Pivots maybe not be as solid. You can never go wrong with a buck 110. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at this bad boy. Look at that pristine blade. And then if you look up close, if I can, where is it? It says buck. Wow, I can't get the angles too shiny. This is the 2-dot buck. USA version, so this means it means this one's between 1974 and 1979. This one's the same, except for it's definitely been beat on a little bit more. Found these used on eBay. Can't go wrong though with a nice buck. I would rather save for a real one. Almost be like I have an almost Spyderco and be sad. Even the Tenacious would be better than the bird. Not a bad thought from None for Now. Save up just a little bit more and get a nicer Spyderco, and you'll probably be quite happy with it. Seems that when people start buying Spydercos, they buy more. They get another one, they get another one. All right. We're going to film. So I have the intro done already. I have these knives right here. What I'm going to do, how do you keep the blade sharp? I don't cut a lot, and so generally my blades don't get as dull as fast. But what I found that works great is like a work sharp. Where is it? Son of a Pinkerstus. Like a work sharp, the little travel work sharp that I can't seem to find where mine is right now. It works great. Oh, there it is. Because you don't need to get out a full-on machine to do a full resharpening. But if you've got something that's just a little bit dull, you can take this little work sharp field sharpener. It's got 200 on one side, 600 on the other. It's got a ceramic rod and then a hone. So generally, if you have some major issues, you could hit it with the 200. But if you don't, you can just go straight to that 600. Do a few passes with your 600, right? And then go on and do a few passes on the ceramic rod, and then a couple of passes on the strop, and that will get you right back in order for more cuts. So it depends. If you really damage it and you got to reprofile it or fix it, that'd be a little different. But if you just need to like touch up that blade, just give it a little bit of edge, get it ready to go, something like that. So if you're not using the knives a lot, you only make a few cuts a day, sometimes you can just go in there and just do a little bit of work and really get a nice edge on there. Hello from Iran. What's going on, bud? Oil never dulls a blade. Oil it up. Little oil on there. Never hurt anyone. Okay. So, I already did the intro. We're doing a cut test. So, I've got some paper. And what I'm going to do here is we're just going to go through and we're going to make some cuts. You get to watch right there. Okay, video. We're going to go this way. I'm going to get my video right here. All right. That's going to be a little bright for you guys, but it's got to be bright for this at this angle here. Why is that? I'm having a ghost in the house. It keeps turning on and off a light that it takes a remote that I didn't hit a remote for. Thanks for the tip. Got some ultra sour going in the vape. Enjoy, Leafy. Enjoy. All right, so cut test time. So I'm trying to just set this camera up for right here. So it's going to be a little bright for you guys, but you just get to kind of bear witness. Sure. Okay, script. I don't have a script. Am I going to say something for each of these knives, or am I just going to go in and cut? All right, so I think I'm going to do a couple of takes. This is how I make my videos. I don't usually make a script. I don't usually think about it too much. I just do stuff. Sometimes I'll record a couple things, might not use them all. So I've already recorded the intro. This is all right, now let's get to it. So I might do a little quick, all right, we're here. We're going to do a cut test with each one. And then I start doing it, and then I might pause and then continue so that I can time lapse the other part with just the cuts. And then, yeah, we'll see. So let's just test this out. Video. Ready? Okay, we are at the table. I have my not so many knives. I have some paper. I'm going to do a little time lapse right now, or we're just going to do a basic cut test, see what kind of edge the blade has on it. All of these have been used a little bit, but mostly not much at all other than lanyard mans. So we're kind of getting the accurate cut test for how the blade is right when you purchase it. Then we can maybe add a little bit of an edge to it and then test it again and see what we think. All right, let's go. All right, so see now I just fill in that little section. So then I have my intro and I'll put it in my software and we'll go intro and then we'll do that. And then we'll go to this next video that I'm gonna make and I'm gonna do this one on its own. So then I can take that clip and I can time lapse it or I can speed it up. If it's all one clip, I can speed up sections, but it's a little bit more work. So my editing software, I just make an individual clip of the time lapsed section. And then I can go in and it's real easy to just take that and go shrink it up. Does that make sense? What's up, Ron? You're getting some meta stuff. I'm filming a video inside of a video. So we are straight up live and you're watching a video being filmed and kind of me going through breaking down how I do my stuff. And then you can end up watching this video later once it posts. Okay, so that's why my lighting is kind of weird right now. It's kind of bright. I've got this set up right here with my camera. Boom. All right, so now we've done that one. Now I'm going to do the cuts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit record, and it's going to be a time-lapse section, so I don't actually have to... do I want to time-lapse that? See, I don't know. We could do one time lapse, and if it doesn't work, then we can sharpen it and then do that. How's Ron's day going, though, today? I'm a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude. Yes. What a great movie. What a great movie. Okay. Ready? And time lapse time. Here we go. No doubt. Not quite as good. It's good, but not as good. All right. Militar. Much better. Oh, yeah. Right? Clean off those edges real quick. Militar, crushing. Shot. See that? Curvy shot cuts like butter. All right. Mini sheepdog. Ooh. Huh. See that loop? Tell me that's not sick. That is fantastic. That's why Kaiser, it takes up so much. Kaiser makes some solid knives. I've cut stuff with these before, but you can see, maybe not the roach. Ooh, maybe not the October. And it's got a little bit of a rough spot. All right. So far the October, did I show that one? The October and the roach both seem to have a little bit of issues. Maybe just a little strop though. We'll get that right back into shape. Oof. Ugh. Urban Buoy. I've used the Urban Buoy quite a bit though. I carry that one a lot, so that might have a little bit to do with it. Let's get a freshie. All right, we have the Apta. Rough Rider Apta. It doesn't like the curvy line though. There it is. I get a curve out of it. Does feel like maybe there's... I've barely used this one at all. Kung Fatty, these are all my larger mini knives. So they all have a 3 to 3.5, maybe 4 finger grip. They are smaller. A lot of them are considered minis because they're called Mini Milita, Mini Momo, Mini Roach. But they're not so mini. So they're the not so mini minis. All right. This is Lanyard Man's Mini Osborne that has definitely been through some stuff. Wow. What? Oh, dude. Look at how beat up that blade is. That beat up blade right there. Whoops. She cuts. Not bad at all. I'm surprised. I thought that was going to be a little bit less sharp. Okay, this is probably the cheapest one in the group, the CRKT. What? Ah, dude, this cricket, this is... Wow. See these? Dude. Curving cuts on the CRKT. This is $20 or less. That's crazy. All right. Concept Accipiter. It's got a little edge that it likes to catch on. It seems pretty sharp, but there might be a little spot on there. Sometimes that little teeny little spot can just be enough that throws off a cut. Not bad though. Not bad. CRKT CEO. Boom. Not terrible. Not terrible. X-Took Seed. Boom. Whoops. Caught my finger. Yeah. I'm not on camera. Yeah. Little bit of catch. Little bit of catch. Lander. Ugh. Gross. Freshie. Not terrible. Also, maybe put a little edge on that and it might be great. So, the top dogs. The top dogs. Obviously, the Momo, or the mini Momo, I mean. Sick. Mini Momo is a highlight. The Mota highlight. Whoa. And what else was it? The shot. The shot was also a really nice one. Do I make funny faces when I try to make a cut? Like, can't always tell. And then what was that other one? This one here. Wow. Dude, that mini sheepdog is sharp as can be. And I was really surprised with the cricket. That's nuts. Dude, this blade, I don't even know what this blade is. Might be D2, but man. That's crazy. Sometimes a cheap knife makes some cuts. Okay, I don't know how good of an angle that was, but we've got some confetti here. It worked. So I'm going to now take all of these and I'm going to give them a light sharpening, strop them up a little bit, and then make some more cuts and see if I improve them at all. And we'll go from there. Boom. All right. Another clip edited, or not edited, but there it is. Created. Dude. Try to make a nice edge. Can't do it. A long edge. Maybe the mini sheepdog. See, when you try to make a long line, negative. Negative Ghost Rider. But, man, that's crazy. Right? Just that sweeping, curving. Who doesn't like cutting paper with a knife? I do. I do. All right, I got a mess everywhere. I got a mess everywhere. So, that is good. Shoot. We've got lives going on. Casey on the Knives Fast channel is live right now. And Rob is also live, if not going live soon. If you're interested in some good content, go to Rob's Nerdy Knives or Casey and the Knives Fast channel. They are both great channels, got a fun stuff going on. You're making me feel guilty. I need to sharpen my knives. Right? What's up, Randy? As I get to remember, I have people I lost along the way. Maybe a career as a tour guide was the right choice. Sure. For sure. Sharpen your knives, Kung Fatty. Once you know what opening you like, pick a Kaiser with that and the blade you like. Kung Fatty is right. Kaiser's got so many great options. Pick one up. You'll be happy with it. Pick one that has a design that you like. So yeah, go check out some other content. Have some fun. Thanks for hanging out with me here. Hello from India. Nice for you to join us. I got to take off. We'll be doing some more vertical lives soon. Some other stuff. I'm going to make some content while I'm doing the lives. A lot of fun things in the future. Thanks for hanging out. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.